What really exists in this world? Is it possible to reformulate the problem of realism through experimental criteria? The quantum enigma of reality, poetry, science, and the mystery of what exists. At the threshold between the visible and the invisible, where particles are waves and waves are particles, the question of reality becomes a labyrinth of mirrors. What exists? The solid matter we touch, or the quantum void that pulsates beneath its appearance? The ideas that inhabit us, or the atoms that sustain them? Quantum physics whispers to us. Reality is an act of observation, a collapse of probabilities in the instant consciousness interacts with the world. Whether the electron is here or there depends on how we choose to look at it. So, is realism a collective illusion? A tacit agreement to name the unnameable? Reframing the problem of realism is not just an intellectual exercise, but a journey to the very heart of existence. Imagine the universe as a cosmic poem written in the language of mathematics and metaphor, where each scientific experiment is a verse that reveals, and at the same time conceals, the ultimate truth. The experimental criterion, far from being a cold tool, is a bridge between mystery and reason. In the famous double-slit experiment, light behaves as a particle or a wave, depending on how we choose to interrogate it. Isn't this a perfect metaphor for life? What we call reality depends on the questions we dare to ask. If a tree falls in a quantum forest and no one observes, does it generate waves or particles? Is consciousness the instrument that sings reality into existence? If we reframe realism as a game of interactions, does it cease to be a problem and become a dialogue? Can the experiential transcend the physical and become a spiritual tool? What remains of the real when we accept that everything is vibrant energy in a field of possibilities? The journey to understand what exists is, in essence, a path of self-discovery. The more we explore the universe, the more we find ourselves. The quantum paradox teaches us that separation is an illusion. Everything is intertwined, like the roots of an invisible forest beneath the earth. What if true reality is not out there, but in the sacred act of perceiving, creating, and loving? What happens when we stop searching for answers and begin to live the questions, as Rilke proposed? This is not a debate for scientists or philosophers, but for all who have ever felt that the world is larger than their senses. Sharing this reflection is weaving a web of collective consciousness, a quantum field where the questions themselves are seeds of transformation. Do you dare to question the established order? To embrace uncertainty as an ally? To see the universe not as a clock, but as a dream we are dreaming together? Share this message if you believe that reality is a mystery to be explored, not a problem to be solved. May each question bring us closer not to the answer, but to the wonder of not knowing. What exists in the end but the wonder of asking?